one of our internet goes out. My name
I'm Jules, and I play. Hey, I got that. Jules, and I play the Elven Ranger.
I'm Maddie, and I play the Tiefling Druid named Val.
And I'm Miller, and I play the human paladin named Augie.
Yay!
So, did I say Ren's name? My character's name is Ren. There we go.
So before we get started, we do have a couple of announcements. First things first, we have a Twitter and an Instagram now, which is super great. Our Instagram doesn't have anything on it. I don't think at the moment, but it is there and it exists. And our Twitter has a very exciting thing, which is a poll that if you go, it's just at D20 error Twitter. And if you go check it out, it's super important and it's dividing the party. So basically, there's two options. There's hashtag repeat the yeet or hashtag defeat the yeet. In terms of using the word yeet in our campaign, I don't know if anyone remembers, but there was a little bit of a tiff about.
What are you talking about, Kate?
Oh, when you yeeted the severed head. Anyways,
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
Closing. I think we said it for about a week, about a day ago, so 6 days probably. Yes. Another thing we also posted is on Tumblr. Is a summary of the first sessions before the stream started up to last, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We collaborated on it. We learned some things. We learned some facts and figures, and yeah, it was pretty good.
So everyone's up to date, not just you guys. We're updated. Yeah.
There was a lot of like, wait, that happened?
A lot of me about to be like, oh, and also, and then be like, yeah. So, very good. Be sure to go check that out if you've got any questions. And then if you have any questions after that, you can message me on Twitter or Tumblr, and I'll see it and be sure to answer it for you. Next up, we have our next playlist, which is TAM. Alice, if you want to say any words about it.
I completely forgot that was happening. I'm great at this. It's pretty fun. It's a bit like Nora's. It's quite Irish. There are some kind of sneaky hints, and then there are also just some fun songs that I feel like she just loves to listen to. So it's like a combination of meta and not meta. I hope you enjoy.
All right, and we have one more announcement, which is my personal favorite, so it's very exciting. Jess, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, man. Next week, Monday, 17th of December, we are having our very own Christmas one-shot, DM'd by my good self. So if you want to watch a couple hours of madness where my lovely friends play reindeer, in a very festive setting, do tune in. I'm sure it'll be great.
It's going to be amazing. We're going to ruin Christmas.
So excited.
I hope so.
I'm so excited to actually be able to play with you guys too.
Yeah.
Very exciting. We can actually other INTJ in the party. Are we gonna post links, by the way?
I am in the middle of doing it.
Great. Nice. I also want to say happy last day of Hanukkah to any of our followers and viewers that may celebrate that. You know, it's important holidays, winter. Okay, cool. So, do we have any more announcements? Anything anyone said? Oh, best of luck to all students on finals as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a couple of us struggling right now.
We've gotten some fan art recently and some like cool analyses of our playlists and just cool stuff from people who are enjoying the stream. So thank you so much for all of that, you guys. It means a lot to see that you guys are enjoying it, and it's just really cool to see the feedback that's coming out of
We love
you guys watching the stream.
One of those analysis, I was shook. I loved it, honestly. Yes, but definitely be sure to go check those out. Okay. All right.
Without further ado.
Okay.
All right.
So, what happened last session? The gang is part of, affiliated with a group called the Magical Users Guild, which is a guild in Valashi that kind of has domain over magic use in the city. And so, yeah, they recently found a thing. Wow, I'm being so descriptive, guys. Finals, I'm feeling great. Recently found a request to go infiltrate, take down a animal smuggling ring, and so they got some supplies. They got a cart and they got some giraffes, and they took off into the forest. Where very quickly they found they fought a tree. And then later that night, they heard a mysterious noise that, when they investigated, they found to be a group of people that appeared to have animals in cages and appeared to be, holding these animals. Among them, there was like some unicorns and oh gosh. It's been a great time, you guys. Should have pulled up my notes for this. And a nightmare, and there was a harpy and a griffin and a
Padlock chest.
And a chest. There was also a chest. And so quickly, while they were formulating a plan, they were attacked. And these came, and they quickly, I would say, with some very, very close calls, were able to defeat this group and went exploring. And yeah, I think that's about it. So as we left off, we saw the harpy. They had taken a prisoner, a scout prisoner, and turned around as the harpy had her claws and raked across her neck and flew off. And that is where I believe we left off, so.
Have Nora and Ren got back to the camp yet?
No, not when that happened.
Oh,
not back.
Okay.
You guys were on your way back, though. You're probably like 30 seconds away.
Mm-hmm.
Are the unicorns still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Asking the important questions.
Yeah, if I remember, I think Tam
It doesn't
never
happen.
happened.
Alright, so I'm just going to put that sheet over the body just so no one has to look at it for now. And turn to Oggy and be like, alright, how are you? How you feel?
I don't really know.
Can anyone else hear an echo? Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Is it me?
Is it me?
I'm not sure. I might be no. Anyway, could be Jess. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Because you went down twice. I went down twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't feel great, does it?
Never does.
Wait, it's happened before?
I mean, sometimes, when you fall off your bed as a kid and, knock yourself accidentally. Yeah.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
That's. Yeah, I don't know.
What was it?
It's nothing. It's 6.
Oh, I got a 7.
I mean, you could technically say like, I feel like Augie, Augie's hard to read.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, I used to fall off my bed, but that was because I was quite big boned and it wasn't particularly big enough for me. But then I just sometimes break the bed, so it's fine. We're even.
Have you ever gone through something like this?
No. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I never had a friend turn into a wolf and then rip my throat out before either.
I don't think many people do, so that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's fine. I just really want to sleep, to be honest. I just feel so like I normally have so much energy and I just feel like I really need oh god.
A good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Do we know what that was about, though? No?
No.
Any idea?
I've never seen someone do that before. I mean, do you think she's okay? Do you think she remembers any of it?
You look over and you see her kind of like slightly resting on the back of the baby unicorn as the baby unicorn is resting on the back of the parent unicorn, and she's just kind of like, you can just make out like the little faint, just like slight snoring, because it is very, very early in the morning, like 5 a.m.
Okay, well that's a no. I don't think she remembers any of that.
Yeah, maybe we should ask her about it.
Yeah, I get the feeling that, I don't know, she's always been very evasive about lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if, I don't want to bring anything up in case this kind of thing has happened before and she has hurt someone else. But obviously it's not her fault, but I don't know.
Well, we'll check if she's okay. We'll ask her about it, and we'll see what happens. Maybe she's okay with going into it a bit more. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. At this point, Ren and Nora in the field?
They're back at this point.
I mean, my instinct's going to be to look for the scout.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Should I be doing that too, maybe?
Can I roll something to see how well I covered it up?
What was that, King?
If you would be looking for the scout, then you can, but you've also got the dragon egg currently in your possession.
I think I left that at the camp.
Oh, did you leave that at the camp? Never mind.
Yeah.
Did I not say that was it? No, I said it. Never mind. We're fine. Okay.
Well, we know now.
Cool. I think you inferred.
We said it was an egg. 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it was a sparkly egg, and I sort of inferred.
Yeah, we kind of
dragon egg.
Yeah.
It's okay. I got 19 perception.
19?
Oh, when
you go instinctively to see the scout was tied up, and now you just kind of see this sheet from...
Yeah, I rolled an 18. I'm marching over there.
The sheet that's kind of got some blood, some dark, almost, it's a dark red, kind of starting to seep through and trickle down and spread out a bit.
Yeah?
What is that?
I take the sheet off.
Okay. Under the sheet, you see the scout that you saw earlier, face almost frozen in what looks to be like someone screaming for help, and 3 scratch marks across the neck and just convulsively, like you can almost, it's so fresh, you can still see the heart beating still as it's pulsing out and just
Oh my god.
ripping, just coating the front of it's. She's wearing black, but now it's even like darker, shinier.
What the fuck?
It was that, I don't know, it was a huge winged thing.
It was a harpy.
And you didn't try to fight it off?
It flew away the
no.
second after it did it.
What, did you want us to fight it off?
She was our only lead.
Well, how did you let them go? Did you let the
Of
harpy
course.
go? Well, then maybe you
That's
shouldn't
what
have
we
let it
left to
go.
Well, that's literally what we left to do.
How is
But
it
you
our...
wanted to keep them all caged up.
Yeah, but how is it our fault if one of the creatures
You were
that
meant
you...
to watch her.
Yeah, but I can't... We almost all died. I can't expect us to try and fight a harpy.
It's too late now. Leave it. And I shut her eyes.
Does the scout have, like, cool shit on her? Does she have a bow?
Oh my god.
What was that, Kate?
Make a perception check.
Advantage.
Are you seriously gonna loot the body?
Yes.
22.
Oh my
22?
god.
Looking at her, what's not covered in blood, there is a short bow and a quiver of arrows next to, there's a quiver of arrows still attached to her and a short bow that's about 10 feet off from where she originally was died. Like, no one ever picked that up. Other than that, she's wearing kind of raddyish clothes, doesn't look, and you pull away part of the cloak to reveal that there's a small brass sigil.
What does it look like?
The sigil has a bear paw on it, with bars over it. So like a bear paw and then bars vertical alongside it. It's circular and it has a out as well.
I take that. Nora, do you have some sort of locate object spell?
No, I don't.
Does any... No?
Nope. I
Hmm.
think we're tapped out.
No, I just mean in general, like tomorrow, once we recharge. No?
No.
Right. Worth a shot. Okay.
Well, what should we do with the bodies?
Leave them.
Just leave them.
Do we have time and energy to spend on burying a bunch of animal smugglers?
I don't know. Maybe we need to cover our tracks and be a little more careful.
I agree with
Sure.
Nora.
We could hide them. Burying will take a long time, but we could try hiding them in the woods, perhaps.
Was there like... Can I have a look around and see if there's like some kind of ditch or some kind of like depression in the ground that we can put the bodies in?
The giraffe's not here, so I don't think that it would know, but...
Oh my god.
What was the question?
Oh, yeah, well, I deserve that. Is there either some kind of bush or maybe like a depression in the ground, like a kind of ditch
Make
that we
perception
can...
check.
That's a natural 20. On a
Wow.
fucking
Okay.
perception check over a ditch.
So in this general area, you are nearby a stream. So there's a natural divot near the bank of the river. Beyond that, on the other side, there are some basic bush, like a smaller like stream or like thing that looked as though it's been blocked off, and now it's like a nice big ditched like ravine. Not ravine, but just like ditch.
Yeah. If we don't mind carrying the bodies, I remember there's a kind of ditch back in our camp that we could go and put them in. And try and cover them up. And I don't know, not look anymore.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
We do that.
Does somebody want to stay with? Does somebody want to stay with Val? Just I don't want to wake her up. And
I'll stay with her.
okay. So the rest of us take the random body parts that are remaining and go back to camp.
And yeet them to camp. Yes. Okay.
Yeet them
There's a pause on all yeets until further notice.
So it takes you better part of like 45 minutes to an hour, but eventually these are heavy bodies, particularly the leader who was trying to pick him up. He's in upwards of like 300-400 pounds. But eventually you are lugging and eventually get them. And roll a sleight of hand check.
All of us?
Whoever's trying to hide the bodies.
Yeah.
What is my slide?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Ren's probably the best person to do it.
17?
Yeah.
I got a 17.
17. Okay.
I mean, I got a 9.
While we're carrying all this shit, I'm checking each corpse, A, for the sigil, and B, for anything that is useful or valuable.
Okay. Most of what they have are just the weapons that they used to attack you. Mm-hmm. So they've got more short bows. There's a couple short swords. The main guy, I believe, has has a longsword, and then they all have the sigil. Like, in enough time finding it, you find that they each have this brass sigil.
All right, I collect all their sigils.
Okay.
I'll just leave those unless they look magical.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
If I look at the sigil, do I recognize it?
Have I shown her the sigil?
Well, I saw it when we were looking.
Did you show her that?
I probably would, yeah.
Okay. Roll a history check.
21.
Oh.
You haven't particularly heard of or seen anything in this, but you get the sense, based on things that you've studied in the past, that it seems to be something to deal with, animals and cages. So you assume that it was some form of a smuggler's ring, like looking at their sigils.
We make our way back.
Based on your rolls, are managed to hide the bodies. Okay, they're just kind of like tumped over in a ditch. If anyone were to really be looking for them hard enough at all, like, it'd be very easy to see them. You cover them with leaves a little, but it's fairly obvious. Like, if someone were to fall on them, like, it would be a dead body. And there's also trails of blood kind of as you're pulling them. So they're not very well hidden. If someone were to know and like look for them in the spot, it wouldn't be difficult for them to find. But in terms of, it's not like dead bodies lying in a field.
Okay.
Maybe there's like an arm sticking out near a bush or something.
Okay.
Just casual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We head back, I guess.
Yeah. when we get back to where Val and the bodies used to be, is the stag still there?
Yeah, begrudgingly so. Just kind of lying in the corner.
Are
Looks
the
to be
unicorns
sleeping.
still there?
I mean, it's 6 a.m. at this point.
Are the unicorns still there?
It seems as though they've
They didn't even say goodbye. How dare.
I can take first watch if you all need some sleep.
Yes, I think that's good. Do I have some? Do we all have like bed packs and bed rolls and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like take mine out, put it near to Val, and just make myself comfortable.
So who's taking first watch?
Me.
I'm not going to say anything, but I'm just going to stay up and do an hour on that spell.
Okay. So you do that. The rest of you, are you guys heading to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm already asleep. No sense in waking up now.
Okay, so you all head to sleep for a little bit. First watch, can you roll a perception check for me, please?
I have advantage.
Yes, because you're in the forest.
Oh, good thing. Okay, 17.
17. Okay. At this point, the sun is starting to peek overhead. You realize that this was very late. This was at your third watch, and you see in the distance as it starts to get brighter and brighter, and the sun, the sky starts turning different shades of purple, then pinks, then into oranges, and eventually into a blue as you're watching. But nothing appears to be out of the ordinary.
Okay. While I'm on watch, there's probably blood all over my bandages, and
Yeah.
so I just quickly replace them.
Okay.
And cast a little prestidigitation bath, just to, get a little bit of that grossness off of me.
Yep, same.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, but it's uneventful, and your watch comes to a close. Okay.
Cool. Now I'm going to fuck to sleep.
I don't know why I could only think of that phrasing. Okay. Let's go who's on second watch.
Sorry, just whilst I'm doing the spell. Can you help me with something for a minute?
Of course. What is it?
I just got a spell. Do you know what necromancy is?
I do.
Okay.
I believe I do.
So, it's funny. I'm just trying to alter a spell. I think there's like something missing. I need. I mean, it's a dark sort of magic, so I need something like a could you just prick your finger for me?
I slide my hand along my short sword.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say you take
Just needed a timer.
Chop my arm off.
3 points of damage.
Sure.
I'm actually pretty low, so that was dangerous of me.
Yeah, said 3 points of damage.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you need some blood? Let me
Now,
just...
now the short sword is covered in quickly congealing blood.
And I hold my hand out to her.
that was a little okay. Thank you, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I take a tiny bit of the blood and I draw some symbols on the ground and spend the last hour fixing this spell.
Okay. After that hour, your hands are covered in blood. At some point, you kind of like got an itch on your nose, so there's probably a little on your nose as well. But like
I
you
just
stand,
wipe it off a little bit.
you stand and you see as these symbols kind of begin to glow, not necessarily with a very vibrant or bright glow, but just enough, almost to the point where you can't tell if it's delirious from the exhaustion that's beginning to set in or if it's actually there. And you blink your eyes, and as quickly as it was there, it seems to fade. And yeah. So I will say, due to that 1 hour, that thing that we talked about, that is now good to go.
What was that meant to do? Just out of curiosity.
Do you trust me?
Yes, of course.
Can I try it? See if it works?
Sure.
And I guess technically I've had a short rest, so I have a spell slot back.
Yeah.
So I place either hand either side of his face, and I cast False Life, and black, like necrotic energy kind of spreads down the side of his neck, and you gain a certain number of hit points.
Yeah.
Shit, I should have had this. Okay, it is, you gain... Oh dear. You gain...
What level are you casting this at?
well, it's a second level spell. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, so just first level.
Do you have it pulled up?
Yeah. So it's 1d4 plus 4. So you get what are the numbers? 7 hit points.
So Ren, what you feel is almost like for a second you feel like you're choking, and you start to try and breathe for the breath that doesn't seem to be there, and you feel though their fingers wrapping not just hers, but like it feels like other hands join, and then more hands join, and it feels like you're being choked, and then all of a sudden you breathe and you feel almost like rejuvenated.
Is that okay?
Not altogether pleasant, but I feel better. Oh. How can necromancy make a person feel better?
I mean, all magic has a life and death element to it. It's not real life. It's kind of a temporary. It'll make you harder to kill, but it won't last. So, yeah.
Are they temporary hit points?
Don't think.
Oh, interesting. So you could cast that on someone who has full hit points, and it would give them like a buffer. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
And that lasts for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, I feel better. But do you have to injure yourself every time?
No. I just needed like a necromancy's funny. It needs like something powerful, like the blood of like a loved one or something.
Oh.
But no, I don't have to do that again. That's all right.
I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Alright, so when you finish your watch, feeling revigorated, but at the same time, a little weirded out. Who's taking the second watch?
I guess I don't know, Augie and Tam? Yeah.
Okay. Both of you guys roll perception checks, or one of you roll perception with advantage.
I got a natural 18 plus
awesome.
something else. So that's 19 total.
I got a 5.
Very tired. But Tam, you are almost the opposite. That that near-death experience made you hyper alert, and you're walking around, and out of the corner of your eye, you see nothing, and you're going without anything.
Good, thank you. Back to sleep. Oh wait, no, hang on. Sorry, is it like full rest done now?
It's about like I'm doing 3, so.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you guys can go back to sleep if you want.
Right.
All right, and who's taking 3rd? All right, cool.
I'm the only one left, so.
Yeah. So at this point, you wake up, kind of notice that the unicorns are gone. Kind of sad because you made a friend, but stay up for a little while, kind of thinking about what people said and thinking about how far you were willing to go to help save your friends. And I need you to roll a perception check for me, please.
That's a 4.
All right. No, you're just super distracted about kind of what they told you and what happened, and so as far as you know, your watch comes to a close and very uneventful, and you guys wake up. That was a long rest, so you guys are now at full HP, all spells.
It's been so long.
Dear. Oh dear.
Been so long.
Speaking of deer,
Oh my god.
still here.
What?
Is the stag still here?
Doing a quick look around, you see a kind of indentation of grass that where the stag was sleeping, and no longer seems to be there.
Can I see any tracks being arranged and stuff?
I would say roll. Yeah. Roll a survival check.
Okay. I get natural 20. Okay, all right. So
Okay.
22.
22? Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I was gonna ask. Yeah, so very easily you're able to see what appear to be kind of very large deer tracks leading away from that indentation to the river.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, they seem to disappear.
And looking around, I don't see the stag.
Not particularly.
Okay. C'est la vie. I go back to camp.
Okay.
Oh wait, had Ren walked off at this point?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna turn to Nora on and be like,
Hang on. sorry, keep going. Sorry.
No.
Did you want to walk off? Or?
Oh yeah. Or were you just looking? I just didn't.
Oh yeah, I walked to the river. I followed the tracks and stuff.
Oh,
I was just gonna ask. Yeah,
okay.
I was just gonna ask, like, either before that or when I come back, can I just like put my hand where the indent is and make sure the deer isn't like invisible in the daylight or some shit?
Yeah. Okay, so you take your hand
Yeah.
and you feel down, and your hand passes through and you kind of fall and stumble a little bit because you were expecting to put your weight on something that's not there. You kind of fall and you look around. No one seemed to notice, so you're good. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So, Tim, you turn to Nora.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I just don't see that Ren's gone. And I'm like, hey, could you ask him to maybe stop walking off like that? Like, he's just like, I don't know. He seems like he doesn't care. He just like, we all almost died, and he just like waltzes off. I know that he's like sometimes away with the fairies, but like, I don't know. If it doesn't bother you, then that's fine. But I just wonder.
I mean, that's, you got to have a conversation with him, Tam. If you've got an issue, it's not my place. I'm not his keeper.
Yeah, but you're closest to him. I just wanted to know, like, am I out of line if I do talk to him about it?
Listen, he's been through more and probably seen more than maybe most of us have. So if he's maybe a little desensitized to this, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
No, it's okay. But yeah, I know yesterday was really not good for you, and I wanted to check if you were okay, if you and Val were okay.
Yeah. No, it's like she wouldn't ever hurt me.
Do you?
Yeah. Apart from when she did. But I know, like, the wolf, like, whatever she turned into wasn't her. It was...
Are you sure about that?
I guess...
Listen, we found a staff. I think it's probably some sort of druid tool, but I don't feel comfortable giving Val something like that unless I know what she's about.
Can I see it?
Yeah. I show her the staff.
Can I roll like an Arcana check or something? Can I
go for it?
Oh. Not great. That's a 9.
Looking at it, it looks as though it's almost like a staff that turns into a tree at the top, and it has like branches and leaves. It looks like almost like a miniature tree that currently reflects the trees that are surrounding this area. But you get that it's magical in some sense.
Pass it back to you. It looks beautiful. I mean, what else are we gonna do, I guess?
I know. But Val says she doesn't remember anything. And I think it's maybe important that she understands what happened. Otherwise, it might happen again.
Yeah.
And next time, it could be me, or Ren, or Augie.
Yeah. Last night was a shit show, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I think we should probably go back to. Should we go back to the? I don't know. Go back to the guild.
Back. We need to just like figure out what we're gonna do next. I don't know if this mission is over yet.
Yeah. I put my hand on Nora's shoulder, and I'm just like, you were really great last night. I know it was awful, but like, you didn't fall unconscious, and that's good. So
Yeah. Do much else though, did I?
yeah, but we're still starting, aren't we? Onwards and upwards. Then I walk away.
Okay. About this time, Ren, you come back. You guys are working on a fire to cook some breakfast, if you like. You've got a few days rations.
When I come back, is everyone kind of together, making breakfast or whatever?
Yeah, basically. Unless, I mean, is everyone?
Yeah, I probably.
Pretty much, yeah.
You notice that there's a slight tension between Nora and Tam, but don't really make much of it.
All right. I'll sit next to Nora and I'll say, so last night when I went to the, bear camp, I found a few things. Everyone was exhausted, so I didn't want to talk about it just yet, but I found that box.
I know, I was with you.
Were you, though? No, you weren't. No, Oscar was there watching me. You weren't with me.
Nope, she was there.
What?
No, you weren't. I swear.
I nearly got eaten by the griffin.
No, that was a different time. I went to the camp multiple times. I remember specifically you sent Oscar after me, and he was watching me while I was looking at the box. Yeah, that's when I did a bunch of looting. So you don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so I found that box. I locked it back up. I don't know if any of you have glanced at it, but inside was something that looks a lot like an egg. I'm not sure what to do with it. I think that keeping it locked is a good idea because we don't know what's inside that egg, and we don't want it to hatch and eat us. I also found, and I pull out the giant pouch of money. I've estimated this at around 1,200 gold pieces. Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my god.
So that's it. And there's some food as well. And some rope. Handy things. But the money. Yay.
We's and who?
The
Are you
group?
planning on sharing this with the group?
I mean, no.
Tam's just looking between them like awkward.
I'm talking to everybody right now.
Wow. That's more money than I've seen in my entire life. 10 times.
I guess we split it. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe we buy new giraffes. Maybe we can find some horses. Jesus, how are we gonna? I think we need to figure out what we're doing.
Sorry, does it like portion of the money go to the guild? Is in like commission? Do you think?
I mean, they're paying us, so I don't think we're expected to loot for them.
No.
Also, what the guild doesn't have them. We each get 240.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Well, clearly we're not done. I believe this was just some traders heading toward where we're supposed to interfere. And one of them has our giraffes. So I would like to think that we are going to pursue.
What does everyone else think? Because they've had a pretty rough night of it, and not everyone may feel the same. Augie, are
Augie?
you alright?
I'm fine.
Val?
She kind of struggles for a minute to figure out what to say, and then she like looks up at everybody and kind of goes, who did I hurt? I know I hurt somebody. Who was it?
It was me. Val. But it's fine. It's fine.
You
We're
also
all-
saved us by taking out their leader. I would just like to say, in case you don't remember that.
No, that was me. I did that. That was
That was the wolf, wasn't it?
that was wild shape. It's a druid thing.
All right.
Do you not have control over it all the time? Or did you mean to hurt?
No, she kind of stops for a minute, just like not knowing like what to say. And she puts her hands down and she clutches her necklace that she holds all the time on her fingers and kind of twirls it. There's this thing that happened when I was little that I can't control what it is and what it does, but it's there. She stares off into the distance like while this is happening.
Is it triggered by something?
Anything bloody and gory and anything related to death.
Right.
Is it like a curse or no?
Is it a tiefling thing?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Has it happened often before?
Yes. Ever since I was...
Is that what happened in the tower?
Yes.
Right.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
It's fine. It's been like this since I was little. I kind of don't really know what happened or why it happened, but he's always there, so...
He?
The beast. He's always there.
Does this beast have a name?
The beast.
The beast.
Is he what does he look like? Is it in your head?
He's big, and he's got these eyes that are red like fire. He's huge. He looks like a wolf. And she kind of shudders and almost shuts down.
Do you always end up lashing out? Or is it something you've been able to...
He takes over.
And whenever there's blood? Every time?
Not all the time. Sometimes I can reel him back, but if it's bad, it's bad, and he takes over.
What can we do? Prevent it or control it or...
Would this help? I take up. Maybe you need something to channel your magic.
She
to
takes
be
it.
stronger.
I don't. She takes it and she holds it kind of tight. She doesn't. Can I ask, like, what is the staff? Like, what? Like.
So, this is called the Staff of the Woodlands, and to use it, it requires attunement by a druid. If you decide to attune to it, then I can give here. Yeah, here. I'll just send you the stuff.
Okay. And what is it? What is attunement exactly?
So basically, take a long or a short rest with it. Like you can like fully use it. Like right now, if you were to try to use it, it would just be a staff. Like you kind of have to like sit there and like work with it and like hold it and stuff and kind of examine to figure out what it does. Is what it is in game. Out of game, take a short or a long rest with it and just figure out what it is and attune to it. That's what it is.
Okay. She like.
Well, I need to know if this beast, if you get stronger, does he get stronger?
I don't know. I really don't know.
If he uses her power, then I would imagine so.
He's not here.
Maybe she can fight back. I don't know.
Would I have heard of, like, is this a god or an animal or something that I might have heard of as Ren?
Roll a history check.
Can I roll a history check?
Sure.
Advantage on intelligence. Have the same roll twice in a row. 13.
16?
16? Nope, you never heard of this.
Okay.
Cool.
Val, do you think the beast is is he like a roommate in there? Like, is he part of you? I don't know. Is he cohabiting, or do you feel like it's? Do you remember a time before him?
Yeah, when I was little, when I lived with her, she took care of me for a while, and then I went out one night and I came back and he was there, and he's been there ever since.
And this was in your home?
My hometown, yeah.
Where is that? Sorry.
I don't think I ever came up with a name for it. I'm not gonna. Did I?
I'll pull up my note.
Considering that we do get into a lot of scraps, and these scraps tend to result in blood and death as a wound, perhaps, Nora, you have a sleep spell.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should keep one of your spell slots for the day just for the sleep spell. I know that's a handicap to you, but
I mean, I can control him a lot of the time. It's when violence and anger arise is mostly when he goes off.
Sorry, out of game. Did Val transform as the head was yeeted over the battlefield? Was that like prior or after? Like, I'm just trying to work out if that was the trigger.
No.
She ripped his head off.
Completely out of game. Val turning into a wolf was completely wild shape. Like, she saw wild shape is like when you see an animal, you turn into an animal.
Gotcha.
So she was an animal just doing her thing.
Just a reminder, don't reveal anything that you don't think that they'd know out of, like.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay, no metagaming.
Yeah. No metagaming. Yeah. So like,
all right.
Gotcha. She was that, and then
Okay.
I mean, has anything like that happened when you're in a human form? Is it only just when you're a wolf?
Well, in the tower, you were a tiefling, and you had a funny turn.
Oh yeah.
That was when the wizard got eaten. Listen, maybe Ren's suggestion was a good idea. Are you okay for me to use that spell on you?
If it
I'm not
gets-
going to use magic on you without your permission.
if it gets bad, if I get out of control, you have my permission to use that on me.
What if it doesn't work, Val?
Then you can put me down.
Oh, we're not. No.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Ever. Nora, I feel like your spell slots are really valuable, especially in fights. I have sleep as well. And I feel like it's easier for me to give up a spell slot.
Okay. Either way.
Your hometown is Farmwich, which is located just on the outskirts between Clea, Snovsk, and Contail. But it's in Clea.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
So north?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not going to come to that, but maybe for now, until the end of this mission, that'll be our plan. When we finish, we're going to get you some help, okay? Maybe Tony has an idea, something that'll help you control it.
I'm sorry, did you just suggest that we
Nope.
go to Tony?
Don't talk about it.
I didn't believe that at first.
Do you want to help Val or not?
Me? Of
Yeah,
course. I'm
great.
always down to see Tony.
Fucking hell.
We'll get you help, Val. Thank you for being honest. Actually, can I insight? I believe she's being honest.
Thanks for being honest. Now let's see if you're lying.
Go for it.
So I cast Zone of Truth. I'm joking.
No. Natural 20!
Daddy, would you mind rolling as well?
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm keeping a nat 20 count of this session. We're at 3 so far. I got 16.
16? Okay. As far as you can tell, while you get the feeling that she is telling the truth, definitely telling the truth, maybe withholding some things, but, she seems to be very honest right now. You've never really known her to purposefully not be truthful.
Okay. Augie, what do you think? Do you want to go on, or do you want to go back?
Who was that to?
Augie.
Oh!
Dramatic pause.
No, I just honestly didn't know who you were talking to. No, we should keep going. We just have to be more careful and try to take on any fights that are unnecessary.
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
I agree.
We should try to stealth where possible.
Mm-hmm. We need to think smarter. We need to come up with strategies more than we did before, not just freestyle.
Yeah. One thing we don't have means of transportation anymore. One question, Kate. When we were at their camp and letting all the animals go, and we saw their cart, were there horses attached to it?
The thing is, like, again, Kate's not there. Like, you can try scrying maybe to like talk to this giraffe, but like also like the giraffe doesn't necessarily speak. But
okay, Kate the DM. Same question.
You're the one that had to do that. Okay. So, I mean,
How do they pull all these cages along?
yes. I mean,
They're
yes,
horses?
obviously.
And they're just still.
And the horses are just chilling. Like,
Great.
you didn't free them or anything.
Cool. By the way, last night I happened to notice some horses at the cart.
Wow.
So I'll probably use those.
Change the fact that I want to find our giraffes.
Oh,
This is just a temporary
Yeah.
in
measure.
fact, if I can attempt to track them, but I can use an ability that I have to see if they are still within 6 miles of us.
It's been hours now.
6 miles is
You took a long rest.
how I don't know miles. How many miles do you travel by giraffe?
It's not that far.
You do 6 miles in like 3 or 4 hours.
By giraffe?
On a giraffe, maybe less. I don't know.
Yeah.
Me talking like I'm actually.
Speed it up. We have
traveled
kilometers.
For
That's
your
that's
reference, giraffes have the same stats as horses. They just have aesthetic flair.
Cool. Okay, so probably
that.
probably not within 6 miles. So traditional tracking it is, and we were on our way somewhere.
We were on
Weren't
our
we?
way to the
Before-
river.
Toward the river. Carry on track unless we spot any.
2 days
No.
right outside the city, close towards the river. So what have we, Kate? Have we got like another day to travel before we get to where we want to be? Like,
You were just given an approximate location, but beyond that, they said about 2 days travel, and you were only traveling for a day.
okay, well, let's go get our giraffe back.
Cute. So we go over to the other camp and collect their horses.
Okay.
Maybe feed them.
And the wind check.
Oh. Okay. All right. I have advantage on this. 22.
Yeah, very easily. Like, these horses are a little strapped up all day, like kind of tied up. So you let them go with very much ease, and they're very grateful to be you. There are 3 horses.
Mm.
So cool. Do with that.
We're gonna name these ones Kate 2, Kate 3, and Kate 4.
Nope, let's not
Great.
do not anger the DM anymore.
Kat, Caitlin, and Catherine.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Their rushes out and
Okay. I doing this alone, or did we all sort of trek to their camp?
I think we all did.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we take them back to our cart, or should we just use their cart?
Would our cart work on, like, would our cart, is it gonna fit the horses like it fit the giraffes? That's my question.
Just take the cart that they have, like, mwah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we just brought all of our stuff over to their camp and
Yeah.
dumped it in the new cart.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes you about 30 minutes. You guys weren't carrying that much.
Nice.
Just a lot of walking back and forth.
Well,
I'm just putting it out there. They're gonna probably, wherever we're going is probably gonna already know that we're on our way, because the giraffe stealer might have gotten to them. And I know we were talking about planning, so do we want to do that now? Do we want to do that later?
on the road, because we do still have the day's worth of travel.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay, we set off.
So yeah, if you have anything else to do, all right. So if you're setting off for the day, since you slept through most of the morning, it's like mid to late afternoon at this point. Just a heads up. Okay, so now you're going. So I need someone to roll a survival check, someone to roll a perception check.
All roll navigation?
Yeah,
Perception was 21.
what's navigation modifier?
It's
Like-
more like, I would say that'd be more. That's sorry.
For perception, I got 21.
Okay.
Was I rolling navigation?
Is someone doing an investigation?
Oh, I'll do investigation. Yep. Who's
Yeah.
rolling navigation?
Oh, wait,
Okay.
I think you're rolling the third one.
I think
Jess,
investigation is.
Is it investigation or navigation?
Investigation.
Okay, that's better. Number 16.
16? Okay. So you are able to spend, I don't know how long you guys want to go, but you go for a few hours. Nothing seems to be particularly eventful. At one point, you're on a road, and you hear what appears to be a cart pass, and a cart that seems to have several people in black cloaks, like brown and black, not necessarily, like they don't all look coordinated, with barrels on a cart seem to pass you. But other than that, nothing much related. And then occasionally you take a small break to let the horses get some water and continue.
So we're on the road we're planning. So we don't have any information about what this place looks like. It could be, I mean, anything.
We don't
I'm
even know how many
expecting
people are there.
dangers. Yeah.
You were
so
talking to the unicorns, right? Did they
I was. They didn't know where they were going.
Oh,
They came from the north.
sorry, really fast. Val, if you want to be taking a rest during this time, then I'll allow it to
Yes.
if you would like to attune to the staff, you can.
I'm gonna do that. She's gonna take a nap.
Cute.
Well, you're not going to take a nap. Like, you take the time that, like, a short rest to, like, be
Oh.
with the staff and, like, okay, cool. Just
I get what you're saying, but in my brain it's just like my brain is picturing Val holding the staff like a teddy bear, just out cold, just like asleep.
you know what? I'll allow it. Okay, spend the time kind of sleeping and meditating with it, and kind of trying to mind meld to this.
That's exactly what my brain was thinking.
Yeah, and you know what? Somehow that works. So you are now attuned to this stuff.
Oh my god.
All the unicorn said was that they came from the north and they fled that place because they were persecuted there or hunted, and they didn't know where they were being taken. So it's not a lot of use.
Augie and I interrogated the scout for a while, but she was all, "Oh, I would rather die than say anything," so we didn't really get anything out of her at all. She was incredibly indignant and obstinate.
Right. Well, we just continue ahead, I think. I mean, I'm assuming we'll know when we see it, but that might be too late.
We could just go really slowly.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Could I send Oscar up ahead to scout?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Before you do that, so that you're still present here while we plan, I am wondering, Val, are there any exotic animals that you can transform into? Tiger, something fancy?
Can I turn into a tiger? Because I've seen a tiger.
If you've seen a tiger,
Well,
I'm
good.
challenge rating.
Do not believe you can turn into. Yeah. So wild shape is you can take the form of a creature a beast that you've seen before, and I believe it's just up to a quarter challenge rating.
Circle of the moon.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. You don't know. Have you ever?
I'm just wondering, if you can change into something that they would want to buy, then you would have an inn. You would have a reason for visiting. The only thing is,
Could you turn into one of those beetles?
or a giraffe, even. Although, I mean,
They already have 2 of those.
and we might, The one thing
A
is,
beetle might be better because we can't just have a tiger sitting in our laps because that's not gonna fool anyone. Unless we had a cage to put her in. Not putting her in a cage.
maybe a docile animal.
One of the
The
race
one thing-
beetles that the guy was trying to sell to us might work.
The one thing is that if Mr. Giraffe Thief has made it back before us,
Really fast. I don't recall Val entering.
Shit, you're right.
She didn't go into the shop.
I didn't go into the shop.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She stood outside.
No beat for you.
Oh. I also didn't have to deal with that man.
Yep.
Silver lining. Well, I can disguise myself, and if Val turns into a monster, a beast or something, we can go in beforehand.
Does
and
anybody
try-
else have disguising abilities? Because that makes me nervous. Just 2 of you.
I have
tried
a
to stealth.
disguise. I have a disguise kit.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Val has seen a unicorn. Can't she just turn into a unicorn?
I
Without
believe the challenge rating is higher than something that you can achieve. I believe. Let me double check.
Whatever you turn into, I'm sure there's something. We could even just do a wolf if you're comfortable with that. I'm sure that someone would buy a wolf. So you as an animal.
Yeah, challenge rating of.
You as an animal. Tam as someone that they haven't seen before.
Okay.
If Oggy can disguise himself as something, realistic, I suppose it depends on how well you can disguise yourself with your disguise kit.
At what point in the fight did this giraffe guy make off? Because he doesn't know that the scout's dead.
I don't actually know. It was like somewhere in the middle, so he probably he doesn't know.
Such a good idea. Fuck.
Right.
Yeah, I think he knew that she was captured.
We should go back
he
for
knew
the
that she was
cages. Or you should tie us up and we are your prisoners.
Oh, what?
Just a
That's a little-
reminder, disguise kit can only make you look like another person. So you can't
Yeah. We know.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
you can look like a humanoid thing. Like you can look like a humanoid, but you can't.
Tam, you could look like the scout. They don't know the scout is dead.
Yeah.
You could have
I
a
could look
beast that you've found, a wolf, you could have us as your captives. We don't have cages that you could tie us up.
I don't think we should go in there tied up.
Well, I mean, we would make sure
could really
that it's not
loosely do
tight.
it.
I would not consent to being tied up.
I would maybe just one or two of us tied up. I don't want to risk all of us going in.
Well, two of you, maybe Nora and Augie tied up, and then, or I don't know. Nora, can you turn invisible? Can anyone turn invisible?
No. Do you know what I can do? If Nora lends me her cloak, I will have advantage on stealth checks, which is certainly something Ren would say. And I am excellent at stealthing. I don't know if you noticed, but I could be invisible effectively.
Yeah, I mean,
But what's
I'm weirdly excited about this. Yeah.
this is all very well, and we're all doing a great job at infiltrating. What are we doing once we get there? What's you just want your ass back and what?
Also, sorry, really fast. Did you take the cage? Because my assumption is that you moved the cages. Okay, cool.
We took the box with the egg in it.
Yes.
That's the only thing we took. Yeah.
Yeah. What was our quest? What were we supposed to do? Dismantle it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're on a quest to do what other bad at doing.
I mean,
What were we meant to do again?
We were meant to dismantle the ring, right? Or yeah.
I think that's sort of something that we are going to need to play by ear. If it's enormous, if it's powerful, far too powerful for us, then we gather what information we can and we leave.
So why don't we actually get as close as we can? I'll send Oscar ahead, and when we get nearby, we see what we're dealing with, and then we plan. There's no point in us tying ourselves up if there's a friggin' camp, 20, 50 people, you know?
Agreed, yes. But last time we stood and planned near a party of enemies, they found us first. So I think it is good to go in with something.
If it's a group of 30, 40 people, if it's like a community, then we're probably better off, as much as I'd like to do the whole, we've got a beast to sell thing, we're probably better off not doing that, because then we're more, I don't know, far safer than actually being we want to sell something and drawing that much attention to ourselves.
So your preference would be just to go in by yourself as
with
scout?
No, it's completely new smugglers want to
Nothing
get in.
to sell?
People who, I don't know, want to get started in the business, apprentices, apprentice smugglers.
I think that even an apprentice smuggler would go in with something. I suppose we just wait and see what the size is and then decide. But we do have some tools. We have wild shape, we have your disguised self, we have my stealth.
And we can always call for backup. We have the amulets.
True. Are those able to communicate, or?
Yeah, you gotta tap them.
Oh, interesting.
Why didn't we do that before?
We didn't have time. They wouldn't have got to us in time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before we try anything and go straight to violence, I think we should try communicating with them.
Yeah, I think that was the intention behind infiltrating, right?
Okay, yeah.
Going in peacefully.
Yeah, we're just very 0 to 100 real fast. And I just want to make sure that we don't do anything too outrageous.
I think that's wise. Right. Well, we have some ideas.
Question. Now that I'm attuned to the staff, does it add anything fun?
I sent you a thing on Skype, through Skype, so if you go check that out, I sent you all the information you need to know about it.
Dang. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send my boy flying ahead.
All right. So Oscar appears and starts to fly. What are you looking for? Or roll a perception check.
What do I add?
Perception.
Is it just my? It's not my. Hold on.
Do you have
sorry.
Oscar's stats pulled up?
Yeah, I do.
+3.
12.
Well, okay. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for any signs of the smugglers or a sort of camp or unfamiliar people, basically. Dodgy.
Okay.
Maybe remnants of camps. Like, I'm just trying to look at where basically we're heading into. I don't want to walk into a camp of people.
Okay. Oscar flies up and, still trying to remain stealthy and inconspicuous, and in doing so kind of gets, like...
He's already trying to be stealthy because he's an owl, so, like, you can go ahead. It's not suspicious.
Still, based on the fact that he rolled the 12, looking around, I mean, this is a fairly trod upon road. It's not like the main place. However, it is a way to get toward Leah and to get to the kind of more outskirts of Carvel, and the river especially. Based on that, though, nothing really stands out. I mean, it's forest and the river, and there doesn't seem to be any, like, fire or any, like, big camps where you are.
I don't see anything big or immediately threatening ahead. Can't hear you, Jules.
Can't hear you, Peach.
Is it possible they're underground or hidden by magic or something?
Possibly, but I can't tell that.
How close are we to where we were intending to go? Like,
you've been traveling for about half a day, so I'd say about, like, 6 hours at this point.
Okay. When we get
It's night at this point.
Okay, when we get a little, it's nighttime. When we get a little closer, I can use my primeval awareness and try to detect how many and of what sort of beings that are around me, as we did last time.
Okay.
But it's only within 6 miles, so long as I'm in the forest. So that should be used wisely.
Let's keep going.
It being nighttime, should we keep going or should we rest again?
It may be safer to only travel during the day.
I tend
I
to
don't
agree.
see very well in the night.
Yeah, I tend to agree. We have a couple of humans here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I was just freaked out for a second. I can't find a ring that I constantly wear on my thumb.
Oh,
I
no.
just I went to play with it, and then I was like, why do I feel skin?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
It's all right. I'll just find it. It scared the shit out of me though for 3 seconds. Continue.
Okay, so make camp?
Yeah.
Is there a nice little clearing or semi-hidden spot off the path?
Yeah, I mean, you've got the river, and then it's I don't know if you guys have been near a river, but there don't tend to be trees for a good 10, 20 feet next to the river. So there's next to it, there's a nice clearing along.
Is there a spot, I'm looking more for a little bit of cover, but somewhere we can, make a fire, not so.
Make a survival check.
Oh boy. What is my modifier? I guess I have advantage on this. 19.
Yeah, no, it's pretty easy for you to find. There's some underbrush that you're able to clear away, and it takes you better part of an hour, but you eventually like find some stones large enough and make a fire circle, and you get some kindling and some things, and you build it in the basic pyramid.
And we're relatively
Like Girl Scout
hidden.
camp, guys.
Yeah.
I know.
We're relatively hidden though where we are.
Huh?
We're relatively hidden where we are. That's what I wanted.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. Like you find a small clearing, and it seems to be like shrubbery and bush surrounding the outside. So it's not like you're not in a metal fortress, but
Yeah.
for the woods, it's fairly good cover, and it's hidden from the road.
Cool. While we're setting up camp, I'll just take a little bit of silver thread and string it across where someone would have to walk between the road and our camp.
Okay.
I will set up alarm.
Okay. You do so. So while you're working on that, the rest of you are getting the fire, getting your rations, jerky. Who would be getting the food?
Probably, I might.
Okay. Pam, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Hee. Of course I can. Fuck-a-doodle-doo. That's a 9.
9. That's good. That's enough. So inside the rations, like you're looking through the bag that Gertrude gave you, and you see something, a little pal at the bottom. You pull it up, and there seems to be some small, thinly wrapped, candy-looking thing that she for you guys.
Oh my god, how much is in there?
It looks like there's 2 pieces for everyone, so there's 10 pieces.
That's so great. So I eat them all. I'm joking. I'm gonna go up to where's Val sitting right now?
By the fire, I believe.
I'm gonna go up when I finish, I don't know, taking out rations and sit next to her and take out 3 of the sweets and give them to her. Be like, I think Gertrude back in the guild put them in for us. Are you hungry?
She, yeah, she nods and like picks one up and like eats it like
Okay.
quite
So,
slowly.
the 3 that you got, well, I mean, there's a bunch of different colors, but there's blue and pink that are kind of swirled together. There's a green and yellow kind of marbled one. There's ones that are just solid colors. There's a bright orange one. And there's most of them are in the swirled pattern. But you take it and you bite into it. It's a little sticky, kind of chewy, but after a while it tastes really good. It's very sweet. It's got a little bit of salt, like a salty kind of flavor in it, but like it's very good, and it's wrapped in like nice little wax paper.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wax parchment, I guess.
I just wanted to say that there's no hard feelings about what happened. Because I know, I mean, like, I kind of like tentatively like pull down where she like bit, and I was like, it's like absolutely nothing. You can barely see it anymore, so it's fine. It's all good.
She like nods kind of gingerly and then puts her head down and goes back to eating a piece of candy kind of silently.
Yeah. I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that to make you feel better. I literally don't care as long as you're happy. As long as I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll help and we'll fix it. And I'm just blabbering now, so I'm just gonna let you finish your chocolate. So bye, and then I just go off. And then I'm gonna pass them around to everyone else, but just have one for myself.
Yeah, so you guys are all greeted with this candy. If you'd like to try it, it tastes pretty good. Very, very sugary. kind of tastes like Gertrude's personality, if Gertrude's personality were candy.
You can have mine, Tam.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
It tastes really good. I feel like you
Right.
could do with some. Okay. All right.
Wait, Tim, I'll take one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
And
All right.
and I'll put in my bag for later.
Okay. Cool. Nora.
Mhm.
Do you want candy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And then I give her two bits.
I don't think I've had candy in like a good while.
Yeah. Do they have candy back where you're from?
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't know.
They had candy in Highgate Town. Yeah.
No, we were just wondering.
Yeah, they did. I'm pulling your leg, yeah.
Okay. You got a really good poker face. It's distant.
I'm gonna sit next to Augie. Hey, kiddo.
Hey.
Hello, fellow kid.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You gave me a wee bit of a scare there the other day.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I just wanted to, you're so young. I don't want to. I mean, all I mean is that if you're a little shaken up and you need someone to talk to.
Thanks, Nora. That really means a lot.
Don't expect anything like that's happened to you before, hey?
No, not really.
What? If you don't mind me asking, like, why aren't you at home? What? You're so young. Why are you out here?
Not really a fan of what I have at home.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. I spent my entire life in one, like, with the same people and surrounded by the same energy, and I needed to get out and see what the world had to offer for me.
What do you think of the world so far?
A bit scarier than I originally imagined. It's definitely different than the storybooks used to say that it was, so.
Yeah, stories are just that, my friend. They're sometimes they can be good though.
Yeah, and I spent a few months on my own, and finding you guys, it really, so far it's making it a good story. So.
It's crying in the club.
At this point, Ren has finished with his silver thread and the dinner's cooking. You kind of get like the wafting smell of dried, what smells like beef and things that seem to be mixing well in the air. The fire's kind of crackling about late at night.
Tam plays a bit of whistle over dinner.
What
She's
song?
finished her food. Sorry?
Any particular song or just?
No, just kind of like soft. A bit like, like jazz piano, but on flute.
Cool. By the way,
But on flute.
the playlist.
Oh yeah, look at where we're playing.
If I don't find jazz piano but like flute on your playlist, I mean,
Oh shit, gotta change it.
Yeah. So you spend the night. You eat some food.
cute.
Yeah. And unless you have any conversations, you guys can head to bed.
Who would like to take first watch?
I've got dark vision, so I'll do that.
Okay. And you too, Val?
Yeah.
Cool.
So the two of you either both roll a perception check or one with advantage.
Both roll?
Yeah. Shall.
Oh. Mm. 3.
Okay. Looking around, it seems to be quiet. As far as you can tell, someone passes by on the road, but as far as you know, they don't seem to notice you. Your watch passes uneventfully.
Quite.
Unless you guys had one.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Second watch.
I'll
Okay.
take that.
I'll take it with when I guess.
Okay.
You guess.
Yes,
I
I
guess,
have
whatever.
90 something. That's 4.
15.
So 23 total.
23 and 54. It's about halfway through your shift when all of a sudden you hear kind of rustling in some nearby bushes.
Oh no.
I draw an arrow pointed
Okay.
at the bushes.
Okay.
Uh,
What?
Something is moving. Could you send Oscar back there?
Yeah.
I'll step on your foot if something happens.
Okay. I hold on to the edge of his coat or whatever, and can I send Oscar into a tree?
Okay. Yeah. Can I get Oscar to roll a perception check?
16.
16? Okay. Ooh, okay. Looking down where he's seemed to be pointing in the bushes, it's almost difficult to see, even with the dark vision of Oscar. Can't seem to. It almost seems like he can't focus on one particular point. It seems to be moving back and forth. But what you do see is almost an absence of something. It's almost like there is a dark, shadow of where this thing is, and it seems to be slowly creeping towards the camp.
Is Nora telling me this?
Mhm.
Yes.
I put down the bow, sheath the arrow, and I walk back there.
You're just leaving me?
Oh, you can come. It's just a
I'm
stag.
in Oscar. I can't.
I've stabbed you a couple times.
What?
Wow.
I think it's the stag, the demon stag.
I
You said black, absence of color, right?
Yeah, that could be anything.
I just have a feeling. I'll go in with my sword, drawn, but at my side, unthreateningly, just so I have a weapon out.
I'm gonna,
So
I'm gonna-
unthreatening weapon out.
I'm gonna wake everyone else up.
Sure.
Okay. Are you waiting for everyone else, or are you pushing through the bushes?
I'm just going.
Okay. So you just go. You just take off, and you roll off the bushes, and you
Well,
see what?
Sorry, I was just like, how far away is it? Like, I was assuming.
Oh, like
feet.
10 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I go.
Yeah. Pull back the bushes, and you see a dark, glittery pelt, and the familiar thing of the stag that you encountered earlier.
Did you miss me? I say it in Elvish.
It kind of looks at you and gives you this face of like, oh dear, and
Dear God.
turns up and starts walking in the opposite direction.
Where are you going? Listen, if you're planning to follow us, you may as well follow with us. We can protect you.
Kind of turns back, gives you a little thing, and then just continues
Toward me or toward...
away.
Away. Why were you here, if not to join us? Why bother following us?
You hear this noise, just kind of like...
Like a growly kind of sound?
Yeah, kind of thing, and it stops.
Are you hungry?
Oh my God.
Oh, poor dear. Come back.
Did Nora wake us up?
Yeah, I woke you up and then I like instantly like went pelting after him.
Nora, calm down.
Oh my God, not again.
Wait, so I like burst the scene like, oh,
What?
Who's this guy?
He's hungry. And I do believe that we have some horse. He's hungry.
He's hungry.
Do you eat meat? Or horse food, like grains? What do you prefer? I think we have some candy.
The can.
Kind of looks like...
Okay. But he reacted like, nah to the meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I don't eat human steak. Maybe he eats human flesh. What do I know?
Okay. I'm gonna unwrap a piece of candy.
Sure. Are you giving him the candy?
Nice stag. Please don't stab me with your horns.
It's kind of backing up. It doesn't really know you guys very well. It's very... Yeah, it's kind of like...
I pass it to Ren. You do it. What?
All right. Would you like this? I say in Elvish. It's good. Old.
You kind of...
You don't have to eat it. And I slowly start pocketing it.
kind of...
Oh, so you do want it.
it.
All right, here you go. Put it in the palm of my hand. Hold it out. Come on now. This is weirdly intimate game.
Kind of goes and like puts it in its mouth and like does the thing that like dogs do, where it like and like spits it out, like takes 2 bites and then like just lets it drip out, like it's like...
Not a fan.
You just wasted a okay.
Fine. All right, grains it is. So I go over. I assume we had some giraffe food that we brought with us.
Yeah.
I grab some of that and set it out for the stag.
Okay.
You're
Do you do you set it like out, or do you like...
I guess I just like hold the bag open. I don't know. I feel weird like dumping it on the ground, like, eat that.
It kind of...
You want it on the ground? What?
You get the feeling that it doesn't like the idea of eating something out of something's hand.
All right. I place the bag like on the ground open, so it's not like in the dirt, but it's also not in my hands.
It bends down, and all of a sudden you hear like as it starts to just inhale what's inside the bag.
Right.
It kind of just finishes and
Happy? Good.
and it turns around and begins to walk away.
Well, shit.
Well, that was rude.
There is more where that came from if you care with us, but if you prefer hungry solitude, that's fine.
The stag stops in its tracks and turns, kind of looks at all of you. Make a persuasion check for me, please.
I don't know if I have very good persuasion. Natural one!
Oh,
no!
You know what? Actually, I'm going to give you advantage on this because you did feed it.
Okay.
Kate is a merciful god.
So that's an 8.
Oh. I just rolled a natural 1. So there we go. It's gonna
Positions too.
and it's gonna come, sit down, and slowly and sit down next to the fire,
Attaboy.
kind of looking at all of you, kind of like, and just kind of and tucks its head in, like kind of down under itself.
Mhm. Is everyone awake and just watching this happen?
Well, I think Tam had fallen back to sleep, honestly.
Oh, it's just a demon stay.
Yeah.
I was very intrigued that I was paying attention.
What did you just... Do we have a stag now?
For now, I suppose we do, yes.
Can I touch it?
No.
Say no. I think that's a bad idea for now. Give him his space, perhaps.
Weird.
Val goes back to sleep.
Do you think it, came after you?
Well, he was hungry.
Yeah,
So
but he came to you.
maybe he trusts me a little bit more than your average. I did let him go.
Yeah. Huh.
It's a lot nicer than how my family usually makes friends with animals.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. If I reach out and just place a hand on its neck or somewhere, wherever's,
You're gonna reach out and touch it.
I'm gonna reach out and touch it.
Okay.
It's probably I'm gonna do that.
What are you trying to do with this?
Just pet it.
Just pet it.
Friendly and comforting.
All right.
Tip.
Give me a second. Pull up the stats.
Well, I'm scared.
More meat. Not ready for that.
Okay. So it's gonna feel that and use one of its hooves to kind of kick out, but you dodge out of the way in time, and it just kind of.
It's all right. No touching. I understand. Everything I say is in Elfish because it seems.
Yeah, I assumed.
Yeah. Don't worry. Rest well. I let it be.
It kind of it's awake now and it's alert and it watches you. Well, I'm assuming you go back to your post.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just watches you and watches you sit down, make sure everyone's settled. and then tucks his head back under, and
Fair.
So for the rest of your shift, nothing really happens. That was a big thing.
I think I'd like to just stay up with it.
Okay.
For another, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours.
Okay. And since you're elf, I'll say that you can still get a long rest if you want.
Okay, I'm asleep.
Okay. Third watch,
Is Ren, I guess.
just Ren.
I'll take it.
Okay. So both of you roll perception.
Not super.
13.
13.
18.
Okay. Yeah, you guys don't notice anything as you're doing this, and your watch is uneventful. If you want to talk at all, you can. If not, okay. You wake up the next day. The stag is still there.
Okay. I don't think Tam has seen the stag because she fell asleep before it came over to the fire. So she wakes up and sees this huge stag and is like, oh my god.
Yeah, we have
what is
a stag now.
hello, and I go out to pet it.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Push us back.
That's a natural 20. So
Wait, a natural 20 to what?
that's a natural 20 for the stag to hit.
Fuck.
So that's
Oh no.
Okay. And that's 4d8.
What? Oh my god.
There's 12. So 19 times 2 is 28.
That is those are my hit points. Oh my god. But I come back after, because I'm an orc, so I go to 0 and then I go back to 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So you go out to pet it, and all of a sudden you just see a hoof straight to the head, and you just conk out and come back up.
And there's now a nice, perfect
your
hoof thing.
sinuses almost, and your head is ringing, like you almost think that you have a concussion. You're just like,
Almost.
Oh my god, what
So
did
as
we
soon
say
as that happens,
about touching things?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Still freaking out.
yeah, a little. It seems to kind of just be freaked out. The human equivalent of once it hits something and is hits a bug or something and tries to wipe it off their hand. It's kind of wiping
Did
it
it just
off the dirt.
yeet me several feet away as well? How strong was that hoof?
Yeah. I mean, would you like it?
No, I just wanted to know where I am.
Yeah. I mean, I would say due to the fact that it did a natural 20, it probably pushed you a few feet back. You're at least prone now.
Okay, I run over and I pull her up.
While they're dealing with Tam, I'm talking to the stag, trying to calm it down in Elder.
What the fuck was that?
I'm
What?
hey,
God.
we don't attack allies. She shouldn't have touched you, but we don't attack allies. You hear me? Yeah.
Tam,
He was just saying hello.
I swear to God, if you touch one more thing without thinking about it. Are you okay?
No. I think I'm concussed. But why? I have a lot of questions. Why do we have a huge aggressive horse?
Oh. No. Okay, it's one of the beasts that me and Ren let go back at the smuggler's camp, and it seems to have taken a shining to our elfy friend over there, but not the rest of us. So don't just grab it. He's a fucking animal. It's like, gee.
I know that. All right. Most animals, I grew up on a farm, Nora. I know about animals, but like, you don't normally just fucking.
Does that look like a normal animal to you? That's not a cow. That's a black stag with like evil eyes and shit. Also, how
Yes,
you?
Rim.
Did anyone else like how you? This happened the other day. Why do you go down and you come back up like a fucking daisy? Like, what's that about?
I'm just quite strong, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
Insight check.
For it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Roll for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Is insight wisdom or intelligence?
Wisdom.
Okay, I get advantage. Thank God. It's still only 12.
I mean, she's telling the truth. Like,
She's quite
Yeah.
strong. Oh, I'm just kidding, 14, but still.
yeah.
Probably the same.
Nora. Yeah, sure. Roll a just wisdom check.
I'm so good at those.
No, you know what? Actually, you've never been around a half orc, so no, never mind. Don't do it.
Yeah, I used to fall out of trees and I hurt myself quite bad, and then I just get up again. It was just like, I don't know, just happened.
Okay.
But I've never been hit by a huge demon horse before. That's
Not a horse, it's a stag, and
It's a horse. They're all different sizes. of
Control
horse.
your stag, please. Augie, can you help time out?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
expecting
it.
that.
I'm gonna go over to put my hand on her shoulder and just use all the HP in my lay on hands pool,
Okay.
which is 15.
Which
Are you
is
sure?
It's fine. You're at 1, right?
Yeah.
So it's all right.
God damn it.
That's 15. Okay, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself as well. Just to get me okay.
Yeah, go.
Which is, I can't believe I got fucking KO'd by a demon horse. Stag. So that is 1d4 plus spellcasting. Okay, that's 3 plus 4, so that's 7. So I'm up to 22.
23. 23.
23. Sorry.
Because 15 plus 1 is 16. Plus 7 is 23.
Math.
I'm
So,
going.
Minor in math.
I'm gonna head over to the stag. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna look
don't
at it.
touch him.
I won't. I'm gonna say in Elvish. Hi, my name's Augie. It's nice to
It looks very confused.
formally meet you.
This is an ally.
Make an animal handling check.
Oh God. I'm proficient. All right.
Yeah.
Oh God. No, Miller.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Ally, remember what we said about allies?
It's gonna kind of just kind of walk away.
Oh wait, do I get advantages on proficient if I'm proficient in something?
No.
No, it's just your proficiency bonus.
So your wisdom's plus 1 plus your proficiency bonus, which is plus 2, so plus 3.
Okay.
So did you roll a 2?
Oh no, I rolled a 3, so it's 6. It doesn't.
Plus 3, so it's 6.
Yeah.
Still same thing.
Yeah.
Can I go up to the stag?
It's not a fucking petting zoo.
And can I use a staff?
Okay.
What are you doing?
Can I use animal friendship
Um.
on the stag, or does that not work that way?
Let me double check because pretty sure this has a higher intelligence.
It does. It's like, isn't it like intelligence of 4?
It's intelligence 4 or higher.
I think I tried this.
So you can use animal friendship, but it
Won't work.
doesn't do anything.
What about speak with animals? Will that work or no?
Yes, that would work.
That would work? Okay. So I'm going to use my stat, and I'm going to use speak with animals, and I am going to say I'm going to say hi to the stag. Just hi. Just hi. That's it.
How do you do?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't expecting
So you can't speak with animals, and you weren't expecting to speak with animals.
No, I wasn't expecting that accent. I was expecting words, but not that accent, and I was like, what? So Val's gonna go, hi, my name's Val, and I'm friends with, Ren and Nora and Augie and Tam.
Congratulations.
Do you like Ren, or are you like hanging around for, like a reason, or?
Check yes or no. Writes in another box for maybe.
Sorry. Which one are you referring to?
The tall one, and she points to, Ren.
He's tolerable.
And the rest of us are less tolerable?
Well, as long as you don't treat me like some poor, pathetic house pet. And as long as you don't try to kill me, I don't foresee us having any issues.
Okay. I don't think we will try to kill you, and I don't think we will treat you like a house pet either.
I certainly hope not, for your sake and not mine.
Hey Val, are you speaking to him right now?
Yeah, okay, so the rest of you hear this series of just like, and coming from Val.
Could you ask him if he has a name?
Do you have a name that you prefer to be called?
Val, maybe ask it if it knows where we should be going to find these animal smugglers.
One thing. If you wish, they call me Maroth.
Maroth?
I swear on all things, both living and dead, if you ever call me Mr. Stag again.
She like raises her hands up and is like, sorry. Do you have any idea where the smugglers were intending to take you? Or did they never mention it?
It weren't much for conversation.
Okay. Thank you anyway. And I will let everyone know your name so we know what to call you. And so that they don't make the mistake of calling you Mr. Stag.
I certainly hope.
Did it say it has a name or not?
Okay. Val leans over to Ren and says, his name is Maroth.
Maroth.
And do not call him Mr. Stag. He will kill you.
How do you say his name is Stag? Is it like poof? Like poof?
I don't
As in, like, can you teach us how to talk to him?
Do you want me to teach you how to speak Stag?
No.
Tam does.
Tam does.
So it's a nose. Nose.
I shall speak with Elvis.
Oh my god, I hate it.
I say to Augie in Elvish, I didn't know you could speak Elvish.
Nor did I. Wait, you Elvish? Nora?
Oh my god. Everyone speak Elvish.
What the fuck?
I can't.
I
Thank
tell
you.
Ren in Elvish, you think I lived in that house and I don't know how to speak Elvish.
No? Didn't think you did.
I say in
Oh.
Elvish, this is really amusing.
I say in in Orcish, I hate this.
And I respond in Orcish and say, fine.
What? Do you speak every single language?
Well, I had a lot of free time. I like to read.
What can you speak?
Orcish, Vish, Common, and Celestial. Haha.
I say, but you can't speak this in Halfling.
I respond and in Draconic. I respond in Draconic and can't say this.
But I can't say Draconic.
I start cursing in Undercommon.
In Celestial, I say, as much fun as this is, should we move on?
The Tower of Babylon in the D&D campaign. My God.
It's the worst conversation.
Just a question, Kate. Can Moreau hear any of this? Because I'm speaking. Am I still speaking with him? Or
You
no?
just spoke Draconic, right?
Yes.
Not any of the other ones. Yeah, it's watching you back and forth and
Jules, are you okay?
What's going on?
Sorry. The cat was like she's trying to eat like a full piece of wrapping paper. A one-armed battle with her to get her to spit it out. She's such a dumbass. Sorry.
Okay, after that little language demonstration, what did the stack say about the smugglers?
It said that they weren't much for talking, so he doesn't know anything. He also does not want to be treated like a house pet and does not want to be killed.
Well, don't we all?
Accommodate that.
Okay. Well,
Press on.
if he agrees not to attempt to murder any of our other friends here, that would be great.
Val, you still speak with animals. It's still 10 minutes, so you hear under Marot's breath. You hear, "Didn't mean to hurt anyone. She just startled me."
What's he saying?
Val relays and says he didn't mean to hurt anybody. He was a little startled.
Okay.
Did he say he's sorry?
Val turns to
Maybe don't push.
Maybe
your-
not. Maybe no. It's fine. It's fine.
Val kind of just like
Yeah.
does one of these. Val turns back to Maroth and says, "Just to clarify, do you have an issue being touched, or because I don't want to do anything that would."
It instinctively backs up.
I'm not going to touch you. I just want to make sure that if you don't like to be touched, I can tell everybody else not to touch you.
Being around humanoids and bipedal people, it's new to me. I don't understand your fascination with touch. I'd prefer you not try and infect me with it.
Also, is there anything that you'd like to eat? Like, do you have favorite foods?
Fruits are nice. I'll eat grains if I need to, but Mostly fruits and just vegetables, any sort of leaves. Really not picky. No meat.
No meat. And I know you just watched the whole thing that just occurred with all of us. Do you speak anything? I know Ren speaks Elvish. Do you speak anything or understand anything besides Elvish?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Val?
Kind of looks a little happy. It has a little secret.
Val?
Yeah.
Does that spell work on any animal?
Mm-hmm.
They make Oscar appear?
Oh my god.
Yep.
Would it work on Oscar?
I think, I mean, I really don't know. I kind of just got this staff. I think it'll work.
Okay.
Also, before I try to talk to Oscar, Moreau likes fruits and veggies. He doesn't like meat. And he won't tell me if he speaks any other languages besides Elvish. And he does not like to be touched.
Oh, I know that.
2 peas in a pod, Rose.
It
I
hears
feel-
this and kind of is like, ugh, like, don't associate with me.
Exactly.
And then Val turns to Moreau before, and is just like, thank you for talking to me.
Okay.
And then she, turns and goes back to Nora and everybody. And so, Oscar?
So this will be a second casting, I believe.
I mean, yeah, I think I have. What is it? I wrote a lot of stuff down. It has 10 a day, I believe.
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the spell "Speak with Animals" itself.
Oh, okay.
With beasts. Okay. I mean, you can turn. So sorry. You turn to Oscar.
Oh, so it's just it just keeps working with anything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was every time I tried to talk to something new.
Tell him that I love him so much.
She says that she loves you a lot,
I mean, he understands me anyway, but
a whole bunch.
Doesn't seem to react. You get, based on the nature, that Find Familiar creates a magical creature that obeys your every whim, and it's any creature. So based on that, it's not a real owl.
yes, it is.
I knew that was gonna give me some slack. So it's not you can't really communicate with it because you did not will it to. It doesn't really have any thought, conscious thought. Or it just open. I know this is so sad.
Oscar, would she just get an echo of her own thoughts?
Yeah, it'd be like when you use your phone to call yourself and you just
Oh
get,
my god.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
just get the back and forth. I'm sorry. It's the nature of the spell.
Oh. I thought Oscar was a fey creature. In the description I read, it was it summons a fey creature from the fey, it's from a different plane.
So
it might not be an animal.
The nature of the spell is it is a familiar. Basically, think of it as a ditto from Pokemon that you whip it to get. Do you know Pokemon?
Oh god.
Okay. From Doctor Who, think of an adipose. Okay, it starts. And from there, you mold it into any shape of animal that you want.
Wow.
But it's there to serve you. Yeah.
So it understands.
I'm ignoring all of that. This is still my best friend in the world. Don't worry.
Oh, of course.
So can we just pretend that Oscar heard all that and received it?
Yes, you can. Roll a deception check.
Okay. Please, all D&D gods, for the sake of Nora. got a 6.
Okay, so
Fun.
just
Yeah.
you can
So-
perform. Go for it. With Oscar just kind of.
What have we done soon? Is it really bad at the moment?
So
You sure?
she goes. Val turns to Oscar and goes,
Dude.
Nora loves you very much. She says that she's your best friend in the whole wide world. And, looks at
What did
Nora
you
and
say? Z, like,
Val turns to Nora with the worst poker face in the entire world. It's like, he says he loves you very, very much, and that you're his best friend in the whole world.
Nora, you can choose to believe her if you want.
I think that's easier at this point.
Please, for the love of Christ. Val can't lie. She's so bad.
I'm just gonna nod and be like, okay. And I
Sad
I go up and like
Wow.
It's like subconsciously, like it hears this. It like subconsciously you kind of command it, and it goes and it nestles against your head and like kind of like into your neck and just kind of like is there, just kind of like there with you. Kind of.
okay, I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay.
Now that we spent that hour long.
Well, shall we away, or are there any other animals that we wish to speak with, or languages that we wish to discover? We're good?
So let's yeet an orc and we'll go.
Uh,
I'm gonna respond and say, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't. I don't know. I can leave a message in to Druidic that just says yeet.
Okay, so you guys see as Val takes like a stick and appears to draw these strange symbols that none of you can make out.
Anyway, guys, go and vote on the Twitter poll whether we should repeat the yeet or defeat the yeet.
You have not won yet, so there should be no uses.
Okay, fine. We'll stop.
But that yeet message in Druidic is staying.
Make sure to go check out our Twitter at D20 Eric.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all take off for half a day of travel for expediency's sake. I will say that you travel for about half a day until you get to until all of a sudden the road seems to just stop. And there is just forest growing up in a very sparse thing. Like it doesn't look like any form of cart can get through.
so, shall I use my primeval awareness then, since we can't really go further?
I send my sentient owl up to check first. Can I do a perception for Oscar?
Sure.
18?
That's pretty good.
Based on like Oscar goes and flies up.
Matt.
-4.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Nat
That's mine.
20, Nat 20.
Come on, my boy. Come on. So that was 5, so that would be a number 1.
It's okay. So not natural 1, but a 1.
Yep.
Oscar looks over and just sees a large forest. It seems almost impenetrable, and it seems to expand.
Okay, but to be honest, like, I'm looking through his eyes, so surely it would be my intelligence check to work out what this was.
That does make sense.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Ooh, thin ice.
Oh, allow it. Try in fucking ice.
Oh my god, was it 1? Jess.
Yep.
Oh,
no.
wow.
Really? Yep, that was okay.
Oh my god.
Ooh, not one. All right. Yeah. It's a big forest.
It's a big forest, guys.
That's all he sees.
That's all I can see.
Can I cast Divine Sense?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Whoa, before you waste a spell.
It's not a. Oh, is it a spell?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I mean, I can do it 4 times a day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
do that.
Okay. Yeah, you use Divine Sense and you get in the back of your head, it's almost, you get overwhelmed all of a sudden with the amount of information that's flooding to you. You can feel good, like so many good elements you can necessarily, but you definitely detect a lot of celestial fiend. There is a little bit of undead, a little bit, but not an overwhelming amount.
All
As
right.
much as everything is. Actually, can I get you to? Can I just get Constitution saving throw?
Oh god, yeah. My rolls have been horrible today.
Okay.
That is a 15.
15. Yeah. So you all collapse to the ground into the amount of force that just all of a sudden you can feel in your head, and you manage to shrug it off, and it fades with a slight ringing in your ear, and you are just, yeah.
All right. Wow. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot. We're in the forest. There's a lot of information.
A lot of good, a lot of bad.
A lot of good, but a lot of bad. A lot of celestial, a lot of fiends, and a little bit of undead. I can't detect anything specific.
Well,
Can I detect anything?
well, you know the location of
All right.
creatures, but based on the sheer amount, I'm just going to give you the fact that there is just a very large clump in what appears to be in front of you.
All right.
Oh, lovely.
And, yeah, and that's just in front of us.
So there's a lot of things in this forest. Basically.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. If we go in, Tam, do not touch anything.
Okay, before we do
I-
anything. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, nothing.
Just a.
Yeah, basically keep my hands up.
Okay. Before we do anything, I think what we should do is hide ourselves so that they don't discover us as they did last time when we were standing in the open and planning. So shall we pull over,
Yeah.
hide our cart, perhaps?
Oh, Jesus. With this new staff, I can use pass without a trace spell with any charges.
Bruh.
All the time? Pretty much. As far as what I read.
That gives us plus 10
What?
to
So
stealth.
sexy.
So, hold
oh my
on.
god.
Let me look it up. I literally
Still
was
within
looking.
the range.
Just plus 10 to all stealth checks, and
Yeah.
and the nature of the staff means that you can cast it without expending any charges on the staff.
That's
I can just
insane.
basically do it all the time.
That is so OP.
Yeah.
My girl's a little weak. Let her have.
For it.
Okay. Shall we cast that then? You can do that on the cart and ourselves.
Yep.
And we pull off the remaining road so that we're not just there. So if we find a little clearing off the road, Kate, then
Yeah. Val, pass without trace is concentration, so any other spells or get hit or injured or something, then the spell will basically end.
Okay, so and it's only for an hour, right?
Mhm.
So are we rolling stealth checks for, like, right now?
Yeah, sure.
Can I roll something to disguise the cart? Like a kind of
Roll for leaps.
That was not. Cabbages. Can you make it look like a thing of cabbages?
yeah. Can I roll to cabbage up the cart?
You have advantage on stealth, Jess.
Oh, I do? Yes, I do. I do.
I got an 18.
What did I get?
I got an 18 as well.
22 total.
So is that like plus modifier
Plus 10.
plus 10?
Yeah.
So 30.
Nice.
Wow.
I got a
It's like a shadow in the
I got a nat 20 without any modifier.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Fucking
that's
hit.
What is
nat
Val's
20s this
disappeared.
game.
What?
What is the
Six now.
modifier?
Plus 10 bonus to dexterity checks, and can't be tracked.
What is your stealth modifier?
I don't think I have one.
It's
Your
dex
dex.
plus
What's your
4.
dex modifier?
So you got a 34. Cool.
I got a 20
Mine
total.
feels like shit.
So 34, 30.
Ironically, 22. I rolled a 5.
Yeah.
I'm
You're stealthier than me.
20 for Tam total. I rolled really badly too.
Augie, what do you got?
18.
I am the stealthiest of the stealth.
This is so weird.
The two that are usually the worst at stealthing are the best. Right?
Augie, what armor are you wearing?
Oh no.
It's never a good question. There's an
I am wearing.
Is it medium or heavy? Are
Mm,
you wearing plate?
Oh.
I just wearing. I put it and my shield and my sword.
I believe chainmail is medium.
Yeah, medium then.
I might be wrong though.
I'm gonna check.
Anyone
Yeah,
know?
no, I have a disadvantage. I just checked on there, so I'm gonna roll again.
You have a disadvantage. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna check. Okay, so we'll,
18. It's still 18. It's still 18.
Hey.
we'll just remember that from now on because I've realized.
So we're super fucking hidden. That's what we're saying.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Oh.
Oh.
She's back. Okay.
Why the Indiana Jones?
It felt right.
The Jeopardy theme or anything? Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is the least stealthiest person ever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's fine. Listen.
It should be Mission Impossible, but dun, 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 dun.
Okay. So you guys are playing.
Yes, we're planning. Right. So there are a lot of beings. We don't know how many of them are the humans and how many of them are the humanoids and how many of them are the captives. But you said a lot of beings, right, Augie?
Yeah, more than I can count.
So do we want to even attempt to infiltrate by ourselves, like as like disguised, or should we try to stealth?
But how do we know that could just be like whatever's living in the forest, right? Like
Last time, I used my ability called Primeval Awareness a while ago when we were facing that tree, before we were facing the tree, and there was not much in the forest.
Hey guys. I'm thinking, due to the fact that 3 of us have finals this week, and that it's getting pretty close, I think we can end this session here. If you guys want to plan in the chat, then that is totally cool.
Okay.
Just because I think, I don't know, I don't want to keep people here watching us plan and be like, and then we're going to end the session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta write an essay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
Sure,
have
yeah.
Paper.
finals
We
tomorrow,
can.
So let's end this here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We will pick this up, I guess, after Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tune in next Monday.
Just can you remind them, for people that might have come late, what is happening next Monday?
Next Monday, I am DMing a Christmas shot with these guys.
Woo!
Yeah.
Can I ask a
Yep.
question? The Christmas one shot specifically.
Yeah.
Are we coming in costume?
Yes,
Is that
absolutely.
even
Like a reindeer costume?
Like
I'm-
anything Christmas related?
Like hella fucking festive. If you don't have baubles coming out of every orifice, I will give you a disadvantage on every
Wow.
roll.
Okay.
I have to go buy some baubles. Okay.
Yeah.
Dollar
Also,
Tree.
Maddie, send me your thing.
I do. I need your email.
All right, wait.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
we
thank
gotta-
you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.